Okay, right. On Monday in Tesco's, on my checkout there was a checkout opposite, and there was these three lads that were in there. I hadn't recognised because like on the island it's really small, so if you see people like even if you don't know them, you'd recognise them through someone's Facebook or something. But I had no idea who they were, and then one of them really caught my attention. I don't know why. He was just really good looking, and so I like tried to get their attention, and then like I smiled at them, whatever. And as they walked off, they like looked and smiled at me, so I was like, all right, fair. The next day they were in, but as I was walking through the walkway at Tesco's, I've already like mentioned this. Like I was walking through and they all saw me in the car and like waved at me, whatever. So I was like, all right, fair. And then on the Wednesday, I think it was, yeah, on the Wednesday they all came to my till again, and I was like, okay, they will be really nice, but the one that I was like really like attracted to kept like smiling at me and everything, so I was like, you're really fucking hot. And they all bought alcohol, but unfortunately, because I'm under 18, I have to press one of my buttons and wait for one of my supervisors to come and like authorise it or whatever. So I was like, explained like, oh, I've got to wait for it to go authorised. They're like, why? Are you under 18? So I was like, yeah. And then he was like, oh, I walked off. So I was like, blown it. But then on yesterday, Thursday, I walked into it because I told two of my colleagues, one of my supervisors and one Bronte, she's like my oldest friends. Like we've been through like play school, primary school, middle school, high school, and now we work together, like everything together. And so they knew that I had a crush on whatever. And yesterday I walked into work and they were both like stood like waiting, looking at me really suspiciously and smiling. So I was like, what is it? They wouldn't tell me what it was. And Amy was like, oh yeah, your lover boy was in earlier with his two mates. So I was like, okay, what about it? And then she's like, yeah, we got talking to them. Bronte found out his name. I was like, oh right. And then they got talking to him and everything. And then apparently Amy turned around and was like, oh yeah, one of our girls that works has got a bit of a crush on you, yeah. She's blonde, whatever. And he was like, oh yeah, the one that surfaced, remember, she seems really nice. So I was like, okay. Then Bronte gave me his name. So I was all like, alright, I'll Facebook him or whatever. And then about 2 hours later or something, I thought I saw like the good looking one. But I was like, no, they've already been in, they haven't been again. And in the next minute Amy ran up to me, she's like, oh my god, they're in again. So I was like, okay. She was like, yeah, I spoke to him. They said they'd forgotten something and like winked at me, so I was like, okay. Maybe they've generally just forgotten something. And then my till, I was in the middle of serving someone and the one opposite me was free. So Amy was like, oh yeah, I'm going to send them to your till, mama. So I was like, please don't, because it's going to be really embarrassing because now they know I got a crush on him, whatever. It would just be kind of like weird for me. She's alright. So she guided them to the one opposite me, and they're like, no, we'll go to this one. I went to my till, so I was like, okay. Bright red, so embarrassed and shy. I was just like, scanning their food. They bought 2 litres of Mountain Dew. And then Amy came over and like talked to them, and it turns out they were on holiday for the week from Coventry, which is why I hadn't seen them before. And they're like, yeah, we're from Coventry, blah, blah, blah. Oh, one last thing before we go. And one of them gave me their band page and was like, you should check us out, we're on a band with tour and I hope to come back in September, blah, 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 blah. All this stuff. So I was like, okay. And then the really good looking one smiled at me again and walked off, and Amy was like, oh my god. So I was like, alright. Didn't really think much of it. Amy was like, they're blatantly, getting there. So I was like, okay. So I added the band on Facebook. 4 Spirits. Look at them. And then one of them added me, and the other one added me, but it wasn't the one I had a crush on. Like, he didn't add me, so I was looking through the band, looking through theirs for the name that Bronte had given me, and I couldn't find it at all. So I was like, maybe he doesn't have Facebook or something, which would be a fucking bummer. And then there was this guy in the band, so I was just like looking at everyone else in the band, whatever. And I found him. He was under like a different. One of the names was correct. I'm not going to say his name. But one of the names was correct, it was just the other one that was wrong. So I added him, and within like 20 minutes, whatever, he accepted me. So I was like, got you on Facebook now, this is good. Turns out he was engaged. So I thought, maybe it's just like a little Facebook thing, nothing. No, they've been in a relationship since 2006. So I was like, right, don't stand a chance in this. Just ignore it. I've got you on Facebook. I can just dribble all over you or whatever. That's fine. Don't need anything else. So yeah, I was at Taylor's in Benbridge, and then as soon as I got home, got into bed, about to go to sleep, whatever. My phone went off. So I was like, who the fuck is it? Checked, and he had emailed me. I was just like, oh, thanks for the ad. I'm not gonna be able to see you anymore though. We're going home tomorrow, being today. So I was like, oh, it's fine. I was starting to get used to seeing your face, whatever. And then we got emailing loads. And turns out they were staying in Benbridge. I was like, I'm sorry, I've been there all evening. You had to tell me the second I got home that you were there. Excellent. And he was like, oh yeah, I'm just blazing up, rolling a joint, whatever. You should come over if you wanted. I'll save it for you. So I was like, it's like 1 a.m. I've got no way of getting there. I've got work really early in the morning. I'd love to, but I'm gonna pass. He was like, alright, so I was like, yeah, I've been in Benbridge all day. You could email me soon, joking. He was like, oh, if only I'd knew, So I was like, alright. And then this morning, I fell asleep last night whilst I was emailing, and I woke up to one from him this morning, oh, I'm sorry if I kept you awake. So I was like, oh, really cute. And then then he emailed me one saying, hold on, I'm talking to him on Facebook now at the moment actually. Where is it? Oh well, if only we'd known that last night, eh? Well, with a tongue face. That was a tongue face. That's always a good thing. Tongue face. And he was like, yeah, we're back in September, so I'll get hold of you and you can show me where the good places to get hammers, smoke weed, loads of weed, whatever, until we meet again. So I was like, right, so you're all back in September and you said that you want to see me, whatever. This is good. So I thought, alright, that'll be that. We'll just have a little email thing. No, you won't stop emailing me now. I'm loving it. So yeah, that's what's been going on in my life right now. So September's looking good. Can't wait for it. What else? Hair update. It's white with a random chunk of orange. I don't really have anything else to say other than the fact, yeah. So if you've seen on Facebook, I've been like, yeah, Soulmate was in Tesco's. So I sold Soulmate. It was him. Found him on Facebook, and hopefully he's going to be back down in September. So I can destroy the relationship. It's fine. I can do this. It's fine. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say other than that. Bye.